You know that moment when you're telling a story and someone's face changes, their eyes widen, they nod, and they even say, "Oh, now I get it." That's your aha moment. For nonprofits, that's gold. That's when someone goes from, "Oh, nice mission," to, "Wow, I need to be part of this." And most of us, we're accidentally skipping it. Not because we don't care, but because we've been taught to lead with data or background instead of building toward that spark. If you skip the spark, you're asking people to care without giving them a reason to. You might be giving them information, but you're not giving them the emotional bridge that connects that information to action. An aha moment is not just a fact. It's not a stat. It's the instant when information and emotion meet.
Explosion.
And the person you're talking to feels the truth in what you're saying. Let's say you're trying to tell your community, 1 in 5 kids in our community goes to bed hungry. That's fine. It's important. But telling them the kid next door is going to bed tonight with an empty stomach, that hits differently because you're making it personal. It's real and it sticks. It's no longer about a vague group. It's about someone they can picture, maybe even someone they've seen. That one sentence changes how they see the problem, and suddenly it's their problem too. The problem is, we ignore the good part. We overpack our stories with background, context, disclaimers, and by the time we get to the powerful part, people have already mentally left the conversation. It's like reading a book where the best chapter is stuck in the appendix. No one's going to make it there. And here's a little truth bomb. A lot of us do this because we're afraid to get to the point. We think we need to earn the emotional moment with a pile of details first, but in storytelling, you earn trust by being relevant and real, not by drowning people in setup. Lead people toward the moment you want them to feel, but don't make them work too hard to get there. You can give context, but make sure every piece of it is moving the audience closer to that emotional turning point. Have you noticed anything weird about this video? Have you already realized this isn't actually me, Kelly the nonprofit marketing nerd, but my AI avatar? Yep, true story. That right there was an aha moment. You thought you were watching a normal video, and suddenly you learned something that reframes the whole thing. You'll probably remember that reveal more than half of what I've said so far, because it was unexpected and personal. That's the magic of an aha moment. It makes your audience stop, reframe, and pay closer attention. Aha moments work because they change the lens. They take the story your audience was hearing and give them a new way to see it. And once they see it, they can't unsee it. For your nonprofit, that's powerful. It's what turns awareness into action. It's the spark that gets someone to go from "that's nice" to "where can I donate" or "how do I help?" And it's also what turns one-time supporters into lifelong advocates because they remember the moment they got it. So how do you build aha moments into your stories? Number 1, know your turning point. Before you even start talking, decide, what's the exact moment you want them to feel? It's like a road trip. You don't just start driving and hope you end up somewhere cool. You know the destination. If your turning point is the moment someone realizes a shelter animal's been waiting 200 days for a family, then everything you say before that should build toward that moment. If it's about a program saving lives, think about the single, most human moment that makes that clear. Not the budget sheet, not the annual report, but the heartbeat of the story. Bonus tip, write that moment first, then build your story backward from there. It keeps you from wandering off track. Number 2, use contrast. Aha moments pop because they show a shift, the before and after, the problem and the hope. Think, last year, Maria didn't know if she could afford rent. Today, she's helping other families find housing. The sharper the contrast, the bigger the emotional punch. Your audience has to see the difference, and you can do that with visuals, with tone, and with pacing. If you're using photos or video, literally show them the before and after moments. People are wired to notice changes. Number 3, make it personal. People don't fall in love with a number, they fall in love with a person. You could say 300 students graduated from our program this year. Or you could say, meet Jamal. He just walked across the stage to get his diploma. The first in his family to do it. One is a stat, the other is a story they can picture and remember. And if you can show it, with a photo, a quote, a video. That's 100 times better. And here's a tip. Make the person in your story someone your audience can relate to. A neighbor, a friend, someone who feels familiar. And last but not least, pause for impact. This one's sneaky but powerful. When you deliver your turning point, stop talking for a second. Let it hang. Give people a beat to process. If you rush, you steal from them the emotional space to feel it. That silence, that's where they're replaying your words in their head. That's where it sticks. If you can, maintain eye contact or let the image or scene breathe for just a second before moving on. It makes all the difference. When you intentionally set up that spark and give it room to land, you're not just telling a story. You're creating a moment your audience will carry with them long after they leave. Now, quick reality check. There are 3 big ways nonprofits kill their own aha moments. Info dumping, throwing every stat year and program name into one sentence. Being too safe, afraid to say something that makes people uncomfortable. Sorry, but real change often is uncomfortable. Skipping the human, leading with we and our organization instead of the actual person, animal, or cause you serve. If you're guilty of any of these, it's okay. The good news, you can fix it. And when you fix it, you'll notice people start leaning in more, asking more questions, and feeling more connected to your cause. They'll see themselves in the story. And that's when real engagement begins. Here's a quick practice you can try right now. Think of a story you've told before, maybe in a donor meeting, a social post, or your last newsletter. Now, find the moment where someone should feel something. Cut 30% of the lead up, all the fluff that's not moving you toward the emotion. Add one personal, specific detail that makes it impossible to ignore. Example, instead of, "We rescued 12 dogs last month," say, 12 dogs are sleeping in warm beds tonight, including Bella, who used to live in the alley behind the grocery store. That's something they can see. That's something that makes them go, "Oh, now I get it." And bonus, that's something they might even repeat to someone else later. It's the same story, but now it has a heartbeat. Think of one story your nonprofit tells all the time, the one you know by heart. Ask yourself, where's the aha moment? If you can't find it, build one in. Because when people feel that spark, they don't just remember your story, they join it. And that's how you turn listeners into believers, and believers into change makers. And hey, this wasn't really Kelly the nonprofit marketing nerd. But if you found this helpful, hit that like button and subscribe so the real Kelly can keep giving you tips to grow your impact.